Hello all and good morning, and this is a video about me making bread kind of anti-waste because I'm working with this. It's rye flour and it's from a mill, and when I was paying for some stuff I bought in the mill, I saw this bag of rye flour standing there with a note that it was for free because it had passed selling date, but they would appreciate a gift, so I took it along with me, not really knowing what rye flour could do, but I knew I could Google and find a creative way of using it. But anyway, I also left a donation because those mills are kind of monuments. They're working mills often, and they work with volunteers. So I thought I did not feel well taking this rye flour. It's 2.5 kilo. But anyway, when I looked into it, it's a little bit problematic because mostly it's used for bread that is with sourdough, has to do with gluten. Anyway, so I googled, but there were not many breads, normal breads, fast breads which used rye flour. So I discussed it with AI. Did my own input, and we decided on a 50-50, which should, in the way I will prepare it, I do the dough with the first rising with the bread machine. Then I always pull the bread out, give it another rising, and then bake it off in the oven. But it should be a kind of firmer bread, but not too tough. And I also thought, just in case it does not work, I have some alternatives in mind, so I won't have to throw the bread away. If it does not succeed, I can still use it in other ways. So there is no loss in trying this experiment, which I'm going to do, and I will keep you informed of it. Okay, I have now put in, let me double check, 250 gram rye flour, 250 gram wheat flour, 300 milliliters lukewarm water, 1 bag or 7 grams of dry yeast, 8 grams of salt, and 25 grams of butter. I have quite an old bread making machine. It should be around, they just began appearing back then, so 15 years about then. I hate that it creates holes in the bread, so I'm mostly only using it kind of best of both worlds, to do the dough and the first rising, and then I take out the dough and then knead it and put it in a second rising and then bake it off in the oven. So I'm going to put it on the dough setting now and let it work for me. And now it's working for me. Oh, it came out the form after using the dough option. A little bit sticky, but after some kneading it looks very nice. It's a nice structure. A little bit sticky still, but didn't want to add any flour with it. So I'm going to put it in a form and a plastic bag around it so it can rise a little bit more, and I will keep you updated. The reason why I'm putting it in a form is it looked wonderful, and it would have been a wonderful bread, probably being round as it is, but for people to take for lunch boxes, etc., this is more practical to cut. So that's why I chose practicality before form. I always have big plastic bags, especially for the rising process, which I keep high, so even when it rises, it does not stick to the plastic. And you put it on a warm spot without draft. So I'm going to keep it here for a while, and let's see how it works out. As for the bread machine, it's a lot of work, of course, but I have some tricks for it, and that's very easily done. I'm putting it in the sink, putting some dishwater detergent in, some hot water, and just leave it that way. And this way everything solves itself, and at the end you can easily remove it with a little sponge, and it will be perfectly clean, and you don't have to scrub or to work very hard. This is about how it looks like after it had risen. I wanted to film that, but I lost my phone. Sometimes I leave it somewhere and I don't know where, so I have to search. So it was a little bit late, but it was just in the oven, so it did not rise from oven heat yet. Sorry for the oven light, which is on, of course, but it looks quite nice. According I could test it with this like I do cake, only it is a little bit different. It seems that no real traces of wet dough, then it's so no real is a little bit vague, but so just trying to find the best way to do this. Okay, as you could see, the testing of the if it's done was not really according AI's information. The reason why I ask AI is that I never worked with rye flour before, and also that it's very unusual to use it in a bread like this. First of all, it's often only used in sourdough, so you have to get the responses on your yeast, and the combination of the wheat flour is really needed to get it to rise, it seems, when you're using. Anyway, the way I wanted to prepare it asks for some little more information on how the rye would respond. So I asked several questions to AI. AI now recommends that I remove the mold and let it cool on a roaster for at least 2 hours. AI says that the crumbs, especially the part which is rye, have to stabilize. So you can only cut it after 2 hours, because probably otherwise it will crumble too much or something like that. So, well, I have nothing to lose. There's nothing wrong with letting it cool down for at least 2 hours. So I'm going to do that just to be sure. But I'm learning a lot that not every flour has the same properties, for example. But then again, I'm not an experienced cook or something like that, so it's logical that I would not know that. Well, looks nice. It's not that high as fabric bread, but it could serve as little slices of bread, I think. But as I said, I have to let it cool down for at least 2 hours on a roaster. And I will get back to you later when I'm cutting it. And here is the result. It is not extremely fluffy, but it's soft. It really looks good. Let's see how it tastes. Of course, this is I don't know how the crust, almost purely the crust. Mmm. Even the crust tastes nicely, and you taste only a touch of rye bread, but the structure is totally different. So, well done experiment. I'm very happy with it. Learned something new, created something that is anti-waste, so I'm very happy with it. And I will put the recipe in below. And if you enjoyed this video, please like or subscribe or respond, and thank you for watching. Bye!